Hey YouTube kittens, it's Cathy Cat, and today we're gonna do another Japanese fashion haul because it was the Grand Bazar. Now if you don't know what the Grand Bazar is, then you need to definitely find out in this video. Also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe now because I do a lot about Japanese fashion as well as my life here in Japan. The Grand Bazar is like the most amazing sale that happens in Harajuku. It is from La Forêt. La Forêt is a large department store, and La Forêt has like loads of alternative fashion brands, like recent fashion brands, Japanese fashion brands, makeup, all kinds of things, and they do like this event called the Grand Bazar. Usually what happens is every day there will be different offers, the shop staff, they all will be standing out of the stores and shouting, and it's like a crazy event because everyone is shopping like mad. And in town, if you are in Harajuku during that time, everyone will have Grand Bazar bags. If you've seen my video from last January, I hauled a lot last time I went. So what did I get this time? Let's find out together. Let's unbag the bags. Woohoo! So that's gonna happen. I got two things from two different alternative fashion stores, so let's have a look inside. First of all, I went into Angelic Pretty, and when I went into Angelic Pretty, I actually didn't find anything I liked. Like, they brought out specific dresses this time for the Grand Bazar, but they were, even when they're good, they were already sold out. And the other ones, they were kind of hard to get hold of, or they weren't out yet, or they weren't reduced enough yet. So I was very torn. But what I saw straight away, is actually one accessory. So Angelic Pretty has actually finally released a Halloween print last year, and the Halloween print I unfortunately didn't get. I really regret that up until this day that I never got the Halloween print, but it was like over 30,000 yen and I just couldn't afford it at the time, so I had to let it go. But at least I got the headpiece, which I thought was adorable because it was like maid-like and has the baton. So I thought at least I can maybe accessorize this with other of my gothic things, because I have quite a lot of gothic things right now. So at least I got my hands into the accessory. So that kind of like, you know, helped me get over it a little bit. Apart from that, I didn't actually see anything Angelic Pretty I wanted as much, or at least I didn't want to spend as much money on. So I walked around over to Metamorphose, and they literally, when I was there, they started their time sale, and I was like, oh, time sale! Time sale is usually a thing that from a certain time period, they give you an extra % off. During the sale, what they had, if you get 2 items in store, you get another extra 10% off, I think. And then during the time sale, you got another 10% off, which means in total 20% off of the things that are already reduced. So that was exciting, and they had items there, and it says last one, which means this is the last piece they had in store. And I saw one straight away and was like, I need that one in my life. Ta-da! So that's in here, and actually they managed to put it into this bag. So first of all, let's start with the extra item I got. And look, it is a little cufflinks. Now, as a Lolita fashion lover, you need those little cuffs because they're absolutely cute. They really help you accessorize, and especially if you're wearing an OP that has, for example, like the arms or short sleeves, then these ones are lovely. And look, they have like little bears on, and you can see the Metamorphose logo is still on. Everything is nicely wrapped up. So I got the accessories. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are we ready for this unboxing? Yes, we are! Okay, let's open this. Dun, 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 dun. Ta-da! This is this dress from Metamorphose Temps to Fee, and I love it because look! It is called Toy Soldiers, and first of all, Metamorphose is great for their Sailor Lolita dresses, and it is a Sailor Lolita dress. Just look at the cute sailor color that is coming up here, down there. I just love the colors of it. I don't actually own a dress with these color patterns with red and beige, so that is new to me. That's why I wanted it. Also, it is a one piece, which means it's short sleeve, but you can wear it just like it is or accessorize it differently if you wanted to. Now, it has in the front a bow, and there's one thing that even the director of Ask Japanese said one of the things he appreciates with Metamorphose is there are certain accessories that just add point to it. So if you look really close, look, there's a little star here. You know, it doesn't have to be flashy or out there. There is like this extra little attention to detail that some of the other brands sometimes seem to do in a different way. Obviously they have like their own style, but Metamorphose does this thing where they just have little details on the dress that you'll appreciate it if you buy it and if you wear it yourself, and you'll see it and you know it. So this is this, and the nice thing is you can take the bow off, which means you can take it off, accessorize it somewhere else, maybe like change something on the front. Sometimes what I see a lot is that under the sailor collar you can like tie a sash or something. So again, it gives you more chances to to work on this dress. And at the front it actually has buttons all the way down. Again, you don't see it straight away, but if you come close up to the dress you'll see it. And it's not just buttons for show, which again loads of brands are doing. It's actually buttons that you can unbutton and open and close at the front. So proper design, working at that, looking at that little attention to detail. I love it. So as you can see, the bow you can take off here at the little string. It sits there like it does sit on many sailor blouses. I've seen that quite a lot on sailor items as well, that you have the bow on a string that ties with a little button here under the collar. So that's that, and then we're moving down the dress, and come to the actual print. And you know I love prints, and here are the toy soldiers, and that's little bears. So one of them is like riding on a horsey, and one of them is in front of a clock, and there's like a toy box, and one of them is playing chess. So there's loads and loads of fun things that are actually happening all around on this dress. And if you're curious about the shirring on the back, this is quality shirring. It's not done with lace, so this will actually be a bit more sturdy and help you if you need a lot of stretch. So this is the stretch that you get here. You get a bit more stretch on the average, than the average dress, at least in my opinion. And the bow doesn't tie on top because you have the sailor collar here. The bow ties down here because obviously otherwise it would be covered by the sailor collar. And then there's the main bow here. As you can see, it has the print on the main bow as well, and it has 2 buttons that help you keep it on the dress, so it will actually be a bit more sturdy than just one button. Actually guys, if you're very watchful and you know my Instagram, then you might have been thinking, wait a second, Kat, you might already have this print. And you are totally right, and that's why this has been lying around here on my couch. This is actually Toy Soldiers in a different version. So I have this actually in dark. I got this in Houston, and as you can see, it has like a front panel that you can take off and add on to it. And that's again lots of detail that I love with Metamorphose, and it had like these little decorations here. You can again take them off, attach them to it. You can give this dress a totally different look. But now, seeing that they really used this in so different styles that you can barely tell that it is supposed to be like the same print in different colors and in different cuts. But if you come down here, you know, that's the Toy Soldiers. I've been wearing this a lot. I love this. It's one of the meta dresses that had just so much detail that I really wanted it. And now I got a different version of it, and you wouldn't really be able to tell that it's the same thing. I think you are curious, and I'm just as curious to see how this looks if I transform into this dress and see how this actually looks worn. So guys, girls, kittens, it's transformation time! So this is Marching Toy Soldier by Metamorphose Thames Defee. And you can see there's loads and loads of things going on. Now the very first thing I was like, how do I get into this dress? Because there's no zip here, there's no zip there. And then I was like, yes, of course, I just reviewed it for you guys. It's the buttons. So the buttons start here, and that's why you take the bow off and put it to the side, because you take that off and then you button here 1, 2, 3, and you just go down the buttons and open it at the front, which was new for me, but actually very interesting, different style of wearing it for me, and I think it also gives me a nice shape on the dress. If you're down here already, let's have a look at the print. Just have a look how it nicely goes all the way around the dress. And this is actually a very light dress. This feels very much like a summer dress. The material is great, so it's also the way, like, even if you sweat, you will not get sweat patches. It feels very light and breezy. Perfect summer dress. Actually what I really wanted for the warmer days. And as you can see, it is a short sleeve one, which means I'm wearing actually the cuffs that I got with it, because they have also bears on, and they're bears on the print, so I thought I'd match that up a little bit. It is, this one is a white, well the dress is an off-white, kind of beige kind of color, but it still worked for me. The fit, I'm very impressed with the fit. First I was like, oh, is this tight? But then I worked around it and it worked out in the end. Now I just realized I didn't tie the bow at the back. But one thing I really like with the bow is, again, the bow is here with 2 buttons, which means it is for wear. It's not one of those things that will fall apart. I love this attention to detail, because I had a couple of dresses where the bow actually fell off. Going all the way around again, so this is the dress, and this is how I tied it up now. It actually has a bow. And yeah, it's different where it doesn't have the layers that you have usually underneath the dresses. That makes it lighter, easier to wear for summer, and obviously easier to open and close at the front buttons. Really nice to get into. And then I styled it up a little bit, just tied a little sash into my hair, and I'm wearing it like this. So this is going to be one of my summer dresses. I love it. It's very nice and easy and breezy. As you can see, it has a lot of buttons, this dress has, and inside of the dress all 3 types of buttons are represented. So if you should lose any of these buttons. They're all inside on the tag, so you can actually reuse them again in case one of the buttons falls off. So that was my Grand Bazar haul. This time I'm turning more and more into a meta girl. I hope you enjoyed this little haul, and if you're curious, I've done more and more Japanese fashion hauls and recent fashions and stuff like that, so be sure to click the links at the end of the video. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos here from Japan. Kittens, thank you very much for watching us all the way to the end, and guys, don't forget, do what you love what you do, let's stay strong, and love you guys lots. Catch you soon, bye!